Hey garden friends, let's head on out to the greenhouse and do a little bit. Out here, the little birdies have been having a feast. We have been having fun watching them here. We've had mountain chickadees, juncos or juncos, however you pronounce it, and finches come to eat. This morning they were wanting to get food. See, they can't find it out on the ground right now. So this is the big snowstorm. We were supposed to get, or predicted that we might get up to 3 feet. We've only got 1.5 feet, which I am thankful for. No complaints here. It's better than 3 feet, but everything's covered in snow again. And then come Friday, this is Sunday, come Friday, it will be up to 55 degrees. So yeah, I'm thinking of taking a trip to a local flower farm that specializes in daylilies. But let's head out here. I've got my tripod in one hand and this camera phone in the other. And let me set this down here. Just coming out here to get it set up to do a bit of videoing. I haven't done a video for a couple days. And here we go. I'm going to turn on my heat, and I've got other things to go get, and then we will start having some fun in here. So here I come. My sweet peas. Look at how gorgeous they are. Doing just beautiful. Those birds are chirping at me. Maybe they need more food. Just get set up here. Need a new battery. Fresh battery and new card. We are ready to roll. Okay. Hey garden friends, welcome back to Flower Patch. Today we are going to talk about where my sweet peas are at, what I'm going to do with them now that they have sprouted and are just a little bit too tall, and we're going to talk about, someone asked about garden journaling, so I put mine in a binder. I have this available, the journal to download. It's $5. It's a digital download if anybody wanted one to keep track of things with. And you can use it year after year. In fact, I would recommend you using it every year or using one or something to track everything because it's so easy to forget things. So that's number 2 we're going to talk about. And I don't know what I'm going to work on in here. I need to pot up this new rose. So I'll probably do that. And I have some elephant ears I need to get started. Okay, I went and grabbed my elephant ears. And these are ones, I think I got these either at Tractor Supply or Lowe's. I think I got these at Tractor Supply. I don't think I've bought anything at Lowe's recently. So here's a canna. Isn't that beautiful? The one I got last year, I bought at a local garden center. They were clearing them out. It's doing beautiful. I took it inside to overwinter it because I didn't think it would overwinter outside. So I think I could maybe overwinter it in a pot in the greenhouse, but I didn't want to take a chance. So, but I wanted to do a couple more, and it was $6.39 or $6.99. Let me put my glasses on. $6.99 for 2, so that's pretty good. You know, $3.50 a piece. So, yeah, I'll get those potted up too, knowing that they do well inside my house in the winter. So I'm all bundled up. Yep, as you saw, very snowy out today. I should hang that up over there so I can use it again. Yeah, we were supposed to get 3 feet. I think I already told you that. We didn't. So look at here at my sweet peas. Maybe I could hold them closer for you. Look at them. Aren't they doing gorgeous? Gorgeous, gorgeous. Yeah, I let them get a little too leggy. I meant to bring them out sooner and could have this week and just got busy and didn't do it. So now they're in need of pinching. And I will put them in my little greenhouse over in the other area, the DIY greenhouse that I put stuff. But right now I can't get in it. My husband shoveled everything out except the little greenhouse. And there's a bench I want to put in there and or shelves. I've got my brackets right here to put up shelves. So I can start putting things like the sweet peas that can go out even though it's cold. Now our nights are not supposed to get below the 30s the rest of this week. And then by Friday, we're supposed to be 55 degrees with sun. So we're supposed to get kind of this rainy, snowy stuff. Well, right now we're getting snow, but it's supposed to turn to rain, snow further on in the week. And then by Thursday, Friday, it's going to be sunny, warmer. So that's going to be a lot of fun. These already need water. Anyway, so for now, I will keep them in here. Now, why I brought them out of the house rather than continuing to grow them in the house on my light rack is the sunshine or the light out here, even in the greenhouses with the translucent panels, is much greater than any light that you can put them under. So that will keep them stockier once I pinch them back. And pinching them back is not a great big deal. Let me set up my phone so I can do the close-up for you. I'm going down to these first 2 leaves, and I'm just going to pinch that out. Now, if you don't have a thumbnail, etc., then use little nippers. Whoops, sorry. I love these little nippers I got from Dram I got one off of Amazon. I have a purple pair too. But I'm just taking them back to that first set of leaves. So even this one's already putting on a tendril, like getting ready to climb. And this will just help them. They'll branch out, be bulkier, stockier. I think I need to spray them. They're sticking because they got goos on them. But these cuttings, you could actually start and make new little plants if you wanted to. We could try a couple and see how they do, and then I can chime in and tell you or show you how it worked. So let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to leave them out here, though. I'm not going to take them in on my light rack. So I will put a couple in one of these pots, or a few of them. I could do just all of these right here. Just get me some soil. And go ahead. Can you see down here? Yeah. And I'll pinch off this lower leaf because I'm going to bury it above that leaf node. I can nip it off. And I'm going to use up this little pin and stick it down in there. Nothing too difficult. And these are really, I want to say flimsy, but they're not real stiff. So you need to poke the hole for them before putting that down in there. And if they take, great. If they don't, no big deal. It's no skin off my nose because you can see I have plenty. I have plenty. But if you only had a few and you wanted to start more, this is a great way to do that. So I'm just going to do another one. This one's a little bit sturdier, so it might have an even better chance. I don't know why I think a sturdier one would have a better chance. There's nothing that says it wouldn't. Take just the way it is. Okay, now I'm going to put these down in my compost bucket. Where did I put my compost bucket? Oh, back there. Okay. So I'll finish filling this up. A little more potting soil. I'll water it in. I'll leave it in here. And we're good to go. And I can keep an eye on it. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do with all of these. I'm going to pinch them all back. and then put them, once I can get into it, which should probably be in a few days, out in the other greenhouse. The other greenhouse, and I've mentioned this before, but in case you're new here, the other greenhouse gets more sun sooner because of where it's located in my yard, my garden. Okay, so I need to find a spot to put this. I've got stuff everywhere. And it starts getting really filled in here towards the springtime. And that is why I had my husband, or asked my husband, to build me another one, as well as because the other greenhouse gets more sun. Last year I grew tomatoes and peppers in it because I have a short growing season. Even though I'm a zone 8B, I have a short growing season, and I wanted to extend it so that I could get tomatoes sooner, etc. So I promised about the garden journaling. So we're going to talk about that really briefly. I shouldn't say really briefly. We're going to take as long as it takes. But you see, I already have put the date on this one. I will confess that mine last year got some water on it. Therefore, it kind of ruined it. But, so, to start off, you can not print the first page or the copyright. You can tell it to skip to the next pages. I just hit print, and it printed all of it. And I thought, well, that's kind of a waste. But here's the year in overview. You can fill in, like I could have filled in what I was starting in January and February, or even just goals or what you would like to get accomplished for sure. That's just, like I said, an overview. And then here, this page is for garden planning, the graph, where it says 1 square is 1 foot. So you can plan a bed. So if I have a 4 by 8 foot raised bed, I could do 4 squares and 8 squares and then write in, or you can do, however you like. Like with my rose cottage garden, I could show where all my plants are per square foot and where I might be able to fit more or what I might want to move. Then the seed starting record. That, I haven't filled out any, even though I've started a bunch of seeds. I have been slacking this year. I would like to, I know there's a way to do it, turn this into a digital planner, journal, but I have yet to take the time to do that. I've been so busy, so many things on my plate. But it's really great because you have the plant variety, planting date, when it germinates, transplant date, and then any notes about it. And you can take as much room as you want because you can print more. You can print as many as you like. Okay, so this is my direct sowing page. This is where what you've direct sown into the garden. And all the same things: plant, variety, sowing date, germination, thinning date, notes on it. Your budget, if you keep one. That's a good thing to have. And it has item cost. So you can kind of keep a running total of what you're spending your money on. And you can even have a starting number and then deduct from that. So here is a plant wish list. Some plants that you may want, seeds even, that you may want to incorporate into your garden. So here's a list where you can make the seeds you already have so that you don't repeat buy. I've got a couple of packets of seeds that I ordered, and when I went through my seeds, I had some. So that's good to have. So monthly chores. So the month, so you can print one for every month of your garden month. Priority tasks, you write them down and then you check them off as you get them done. And then here's a to-do list and notes. So then there's a weekly chores as well. So you can do weekly chores. So, and you can, keep these from year to year, and then you can see what you did when. And it's even nice, I don't have one, I should, a page on tracking the weather, because I know here, every year can be a bit different. Like last year, we got 9 feet of snow. This year, we may have 18 inches out there, and the last storm we got wasn't really that much more, so we have gotten hardly any snow compared to last year. So here is a square foot garden, which is, got the bigger square. So if you wanted to do that 4 by 8, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, no, it's only 6 squares, but you know what I mean. So, you could do a square foot garden. And some people like to do that for vegetables. Like they can plant so much per foot. And there's a book out called Square Foot Gardening, all of that. Succession planting. So area where you put it in spring, summer, and fall when they bloom or when you can plant them out. I was watching on Gardener's World, there was at one big of those estate gardens, and the head gardener, he would take out like the spring blooming when they were done and put in the summer blooming that were already started, like in a greenhouse, and they had a head start. And I thought that was a really great idea for like small gardens like mine, because sometimes a spring blooming plant will take up so much space, and you want to put in other color that's for the summer, and then you can. And then they reuse them. I mean, they pot them up and put them somewhere safe. It seems like a lot of work, but I would like to try a little bit of that. I could even do that like with my iris, pot them up and move them and then put something else in that spot. And at the time, I could probably divide them and then have that all done. So plant profile. So different plants you have, the variety, the care instructions, harvest, if it's something you're going to pick from. And here's a photo or a sketch and notes. Seed packets. Now, when I use seed packets, if I just use a few seeds out of them, I'll copy the packet. And then I'll print it out and then put it here. And that's the back or the inside that might have instructions. And that's just optional. It's kind of neat to have. Some of them have beautiful drawings on them. And then ideas and observations. So that's good for keeping notes on what worked, what didn't, what you think might have gone wrong, etc. So I usually, for myself, print out a monthly calendar, like one for March, one for, if it has all the days of the month on it. I usually have pictures and stuff like that, graphics that I put on it too. I could incorporate a plain one if that would be something people would like. I might go ahead and do that. That doesn't have the graphics, because putting the graphics in there takes some time that I don't always have. So a lot of you really commented on my statement in my last video about enjoying being a housewife, and I really do. I always have. And when, excuse the snow falling, when I was a stay-at-home mom and housewife, I loved it. I found so much creative freedom in it, which maybe to some people doesn't make sense. But for me, I had the time then to explore in cooking, making wonderful meals from the simplest of ingredients. I grew up, my mom cooked a lot. My grandparents, my grandmothers could, do amazing with simple things. And it was delicious. So I explored that. And like I said, I had the time and energy to do it, staying at home and not working outside of the home. Sewing. I love to sew. I sewed for my kids. I sewed my curtains. And there was a great creative process in that, because for my little girls, I don't remember if you heard of, it's called Storybook Heirlooms. And it was dresses that were beautiful, high quality, had pin tucks and ruffles and all these beautiful designs. And I would buy plain patterns and then add all those embellishments. And the dresses in that catalog, now this was back in the 80s and early 90s, they were $75. So $75 today for me is expensive for a little girl's dress, but back then, the cost comparison, because back then I think rent was $500 a month, and now it's like $2,000 for the same size place. So I'm sorry, that's going to make me jump. Anyways, so yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. And, I also explored painting. I gardened. I grew a lot of our food, because that's when I lived down in the San Joaquin Valley. And I could put a dead stick in the ground and it would grow. The weather was so fabulous for growing. That's why, you do know 70%, I think it's 70% of the produce that in the United States is grown in the Central Valley of California. Yeah, I was amazed. And something like 90% of the tomatoes. So, yeah, so a lot of produce is grown in California. And that's because the climate is perfect for it. Absolutely perfect for gardening. Anyways, so that is the garden journaling part. So the elephant ears. Yes, there's 3 in this bag, and they look quite healthy. Let me read what kind. Oh, the mammoth. Ooh, big ones. Now last year I put in elephant ears I had gotten, and I don't remember what kind they were. I should have saved the package, or they were in my garden journal, but which got damaged. I don't know what they are, but they are supposed to be hardy in my zone, but that doesn't mean they will overwinter. Yeah, they don't always like the conditions that we have, so I took a chance. I left them all out in the garden, didn't dig them up and try to overwinter them indoors. So we'll see. We'll see if they made it. This has been a fairly mild winter. We've had some really low temperatures in the teens, so we'll see. But I wanted to be sure. I love elephant ears. I love tropical plants. So I wanted to try these. And these were $9.99 for 3. So what's that, $3 a piece, $3.50 a piece, somewhere around there. So that's not bad for a plant. And I'm going to pot them up into 1-gallon pots. And I can't keep them out here if I want to get them started. I'm going to have to take them in the house. I put them by my wood stove so they get the real warmth, which is near 80 degrees there beside the stove. And so then that's, what I'm going to do with these. So all I do is I will reread the instructions because I don't know if it's going to be the same as the last ones I planted. Always read. If you're planting even the same plant, some varieties just need different conditions. So let me see what it says about this. Light, full sun, part shade. Zone 8 to 10. See, it's supposed to be hardy here. Annuals in 2 to 7. Foliage, summer. Depth 3 inches. That's not very deep for these things. Height 36 to 60 inches. Wouldn't that be wonderful? I could get it to 60 inches. Size 9 to 11 inches. Spacing 36 inches. Okay. So we will start by filling up my container here. Uh-oh. I might not be able to get this done because I don't have enough potting soil. I might get 1 or 2. Maybe. I have another bag of potting soil, but it's out in my car. And I'd have to carry it down here through the snow. My husband did plow me out, and he's recovering in the house from all that work this morning. It took him like 3 hours. So I don't want to ask him to go out and get them. So let's see. I'll just do what I can do, and then we'll call it good. So elephant ears. Now, you got to make sure you get the right side up. And I always forget. I'm pretty sure this is where the roots are coming out of. Yep. The little nubbins. Now you see the little, because you look at one side and you look at the other. Which way is up? But the little nubbins here coming out. Let me see if I can get it to focus for you. Can you see that? I'm pretty sure that's the roots. And then right here, this is the roots, and then this would be where the stalk comes up. So, you like how I say pretty sure? Because I'm no expert with elephant ears, but I'm pretty certain that's how that goes. Yep, that'll be 3 inches for sure. But it's interesting. They're already starting to grow. Well, they were in the house. Just not by the wood stove. They were by the slider. So, okay, there's one. I've got one planted. So what have you been working on? I'm sure many of you have much better weather than I. Some of you may still be suffering with snow and cold like I am. Enduring it. I'm trying not to complain. It's not unusual for March to be this way for us. At all. Not unusual. That's less than 2 inches. I need to... yeah, because we will often have what we call a fake spring in February. Like for a week, we'll get like spring-like temperatures and everybody's like, woohoo! We're coming out of winter, and then March will hit like this. But we can hope that the adage, in like a lion, out like a lamb for March, is going to hold true. Because this is definitely like a lion here in California for March. So, number 2, maybe I'll be able to get 3 out of this one. I'll be pushing it if I do. So, Have you been working in your garden? I was just watching a video, a gal in Ireland. Beautiful, beautiful little garden. And she's got stuff coming up and just beautiful tulips and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, I'm so envious. I always think of Ireland as being wetter and colder than here. Well, right now it's not. I mean, she was having beautiful conditions, and that one didn't have any little nubbins sticking out for roots. But I could tell which was up. Which side was up? Okay, you know what? I don't have anything in this tray. This is the one that the petunias were in that they stopped growing because the fungus gnats were so thick in this. So I know they must have eaten the roots and stuff. That's the problem with the fungus gnats and their larvae, is they will eat the roots of your plant. So I'll clean this up and I'll reuse this. And I'll use it with soil that's not contaminated with fungus gnats. I'll sterilize it, pasteurize it first, so I can reuse it here. Okay, so we got our elephant ears all potted up. So I hope my journal thing made sense. And you know, it's not really hard. You can do it. You don't have to buy anything like that. You can do it on binder paper or one of those notebooks with binder paper in it. I've seen people do that. That works really well. And you have lots of room to write. These are just kind of fun to keep and have from year to year. So, yeah. So the journaling I said I was going to do, I showed you my sweet peas. I got to finish pinching those back. I've got my elephant ears planted up. I was going to do some more, I have some more gladiolas, but I'm out of potting soil. I should try to go get it out of the car, but if my husband sees me, he'll get irritated that I did it myself. He thinks I'm a weakling or something. No, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. He's very chivalrous, and he tries to do it for me if it's something heavy to lift. And so, anyways, I should get that and continue on because I wanted to get so much done today. Now I don't know if I showed you this earlier. I bought some of the dichondra, the Silver Falls dichondra, and I want to get that started, a ground cover. And I'm not finding it right here. I need to take all these seeds in because it's so cold and moist in here that the packets are getting kind of moist. I just was on a roll getting things started when February was so warm that, yeah, I just left them out here. Okay, well, that's something I'm going to have to find so I can get those started. I have a few more winter sowing jugs. You know what? That's what I should do. I should take you and show you. I don't know if I want to take my camera out in the snow, though. I could bring the jug in here. I have a jug of the hollyhocks, you know, the pink fluffy ones I was showing you. That is already sprouting, but the black ones aren't. So it shows you how different varieties, even in the same plant family, can germinate at different rates. And I had put it inside my little DIY greenhouse, so it's a little bit warmer in there, but it still germinated just fine and did good. Oh, I know what I want to get done. Maybe I should leave it for the next video. I probably should. So I'm not rambling on too much. So I'm trying to look around, make sure I got everything done. Last video, you saw me potting up all my finds at Green Acres. Look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? I just love this thing. These primroses are just fantastic in here. And I've had these in here a couple months. And they just are a bright spot in the winter in my greenhouse. So, and my calla lilies, look at those things. Aren't they gorgeous up there? I'll probably move them back down to eye level for me. I just thought they looked pretty up there for now. So, oh, I know. I'll be right back. I've got my new paintings I did that I want to share with you. I'm kind of on a roll. I'm trying to stick with it. Sometimes it can be frustrating because it's not my style or how I'm used to painting, but I'm learning. So, it's wonderful. So I'll go get those and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm not sure. I don't think I shared this one with you, but this is, remember I did the pink tulip? And now here is the yellow tulip. Now it had more yellow tulips up here, but I found that too distracting. So I took creative license and I just filled in with more of the blue, which I think it makes that tulip pop. And then this one was a funky little zinnia. And that one was really pretty and fun. And then this one I really had a lot of fun with. Look at that. It's a beach bus. Yeah, that one was a lot of fun. I like these little birch panels. I need to get some more of them. These ones have, were like these canvas panels from, I think from Hobby Lobby. They worked well, but I really, really liked the birch panel. So, yeah, okay, I guess I'll skip on potting up this until next time. By then, I will have my fresh 2 bags in here of potting soil. And I will also, I still got to get the other gladiolas and my Asiatic lily planted. I'm looking at it over there and pointing. That's what is reminding me of it. And I am going to talk to you a little bit in an upcoming video about native plants. I know it's a big push for people to incorporate native plants, and we'll just talk about it. What I know, what I don't know, all that kind of fun stuff, and what I think you should do. No, I don't have any opinion on one way or the other. Alrighty, friends, I hope you enjoyed this short little video. I don't know how short it is, but we'll call it short. And we will get rolling on more stuff. I'm sorry I'm still in the greenhouse and I can't be like do exciting things out in my garden, but that's the way it is this time of year for me. And I know a lot of other people probably are the same, but I do enjoy coming out to my little greenhouse. This is not really my little one. This one was my old greenhouse. I don't know how to decipher between them because we call it, that one my DIY greenhouse. And this is my regular greenhouse. And yeah, I will get it cleaned out eventually, but right now it's not priority. So I hope to see you in my next video. Oh, I wanted to share with you a garden channel. I guess it's a garden channel. I can't remember what it's called. Forest Garden, the Lost Forest. I was just watching it this morning, and it's the one in Ireland I was telling you about. I'll link it in my description box below just so you can go and enjoy it. She does her videoing in a little bit different style. She doesn't really speak. You read the captions, and she has music and her kitties and her dog from what I've watched. But it's very relaxing, and just looking at her garden is, I don't know, kind of fun. It's very different. All right, I will see you in my next video where we will pot up my new little rose. This is Super Excelsior. I'll put a picture up with it when I do that video of it. It's going to go, I'm pretty sure, in the Rose Cottage garden. How I can fit more roses in there, I don't know, but I sure am planning to. And I'll update you on my delphiniums that I started inside. It looks like a couple of them are succumbing to which probably is wilt or a fungus. Yeah, sad story, but it looks like that's what's happening. But they are notorious for that. And it's funny because in the instructions, when it tells you not to start them, pre-start them on the coffee filters, it says it makes them more susceptible to that. And the ones that I started in coffee filters and put in my little containers, oh, I didn't show you that video yet. I have that. I will share that with you next time. The coffee filters, they germinated in it, and I put them in a little tub of soil, thinking, because I let them go too far. You're not supposed to let them sprout as far as I did. But they're growing. So far, so good. And they have not succumbed to the damping off. So we'll see. We'll see how that works. It's all trial and error. It's all who knows what is going on. But because I have started them before and had no issues, and it seems that this year I'm having issues. But I did start some winter sowing. We'll see how those turn out too. So we've got a lot of stuff coming up. Alrighty, I will see you in my next video. Bye.